good, everybody? This is Chris. I'm here one more time giving you guys a really good tip. It's kind of like getting a stock tip or something. It has an expiration date, so don't take advantage of it. So right now, no matter what state you're in the United States, or even in what country you're in, right now is the ground floor of legalization. And if you get in your area on that ground floor, you're almost gonna be swooped up into that bigger wave of cannabis money that comes after. And it's gonna come quick in the next probably 1 to 3 years. An average of saying you got roughly, give or take, 2 years to get a foothold of something, and then either attach yourself to a company that gets bought out and you get an actual premium on your money, or you establish something that creates some traction and actually takes hold and has a long-term presence in the cannabis space. In California, for instance, they banned any big corporations from coming in until 2023. So it gave the small guys some time to actually get a little head start. Not every state's gonna do that, but you wanna take whatever advantage you have right now, the early start advantage. And that's gonna be different for everybody in different states. But no matter what, in a federal perspective, we're still behind the curve. So think of it like people telling you to buy Bitcoin at $600, then they were telling you at $1,000, but now it's at $60,000. Now you're thinking like, man, all those times, if I would have bought, I could have been a millionaire by now, you know? Coulda, woulda, shoulda, hindsight's 2020. Cannabis legalization like this worldwide is never gonna happen again. And right now we have a ground floor to get in on that. So whether you wanna do a brand, whether you're a cultivator, an extractor, maintain and cultivate your own reputation. You don't wanna have history, you know, and have people talking bad about you. So make sure to pay any debts that you incur. If there's any losses that you're involved with, figure out a fair way to take a reasonable amount of responsibility, whatever you're on the hook for. Don't try to just shy away from it and get out of taking responsibility, especially if you had something to do with the mishap. Every situation is different, and I can't give you blanket scenarios, but you want to actually take into account the decisions you make and the things you say and the things you do and how you carry yourself. People don't want to hear like showboating people, like telling them like how many thousands of pounds they might buy or this or that, like these big orders, and then you never come through and do it. Like, you're better off saying, you know, I'll be coming up, let's start a small order, and I have a lot of business to do, so hopefully we can expand. You start small with their expectations and then you can build them bigger. They'd much rather appreciate that than hearing like some guy talking himself up and telling them how much money he makes and how much flour he moves and this and that. Maybe that's the case, but it's not the right way to do it. In a generalized way, to kind of give you an understanding of the best way to participate in the licensed market is, if you're coming in from the ground floor and don't have a lot of experience, you're gonna have to start at the bottom. And the best way is get an hourly job or something at a dispensary, at a delivery service, at a distribution company, manufacturing company, a farm. All these places are hiring. In California, you're gonna get anywhere from $15 to $20 an hour, but the minimum wage is $13 an hour, so at least you're always above it. When you're looking at it like that, you're not gonna get rich off that job, but you're gonna get tons of knowledge, contacts, experience, networking, etc., depending on what aspect you're in. My friend Kenny, for instance, he's driving for a distribution company. They have him driving from farms to manufacturing to dispensaries, all these spots. He's doing bulk wholesale pickups and stuff. So just those interactions alone are valuable. And on top of that, he's able to ask questions while he's at these places, see new things, meet new people, and all these things just build your knowledge and exposure and awareness. So take that into account. Figure out from that ground floor job, what would you want to do next? Then you kind of get a taste of, you see, okay, cultivation, manufacturing, distribution. Get more of an inner look into that and see how those businesses are ran. See which one resonates with you, which one doesn't, and then figure out how to follow that path. If it's cultivation, let's say maybe you can get a job at a facility working under a grower, and then maybe go home and grow your 6 plants that the state allows you to grow, and try to take your own techniques and build your own techniques and do some experiments. So you got to take it into your own hands, build your own knowledge. That's kind of why I've been doing these content courses and putting out these YouTube videos, is to help people learn what they can, because when I started, there was not one shred of anything. Like, everything we were learning on our own. the whole industry as a whole. We were learning how to figure out the testing issues, how to just do terms, calculate the taxes. It's like all these little things, like that's all been done. So I'm gonna just package that together, streamline, give it to you. So at that point, you gotta just figure out what it is you wanna gravitate towards in the licensed market. From there, really expand on that. Like if you're in distribution, you can start making these connections and start reaching out to brands and reaching out to farms and sourcing material and then selling that material to these brands and to other dispensaries, especially down in LA, where you can put significant amounts of profit on it. And these are all creative ways of making money out of the cannabis industry. And it's not all the ways too, like there's numerous ways. Another thing is doing sales for retail brands. And you can make a lot of good commissions with this, especially if the brand is strong, or especially if it's an emerging brand where you can work yourself a better deal or maybe even get some equity for helping to get the sales kick-started. And it's an emerging brand that's strong. It has strong branding, it has good quality production behind it, it's easy for you to sell. You don't want to have stuff easy to sell because you're lazy, you want to have stuff easy to sell because that means that it's good quality. And if it's good quality, then people are going to be happy with your brand, they're going to do repeat orders. It basically sells itself. All you got to do is just make sure you have good quality and your price is in the range of the market, and you're going to move product, it's no question. These are just a few ideas of some ways to get started independently. I'll go into more detail I have on the content course where step by step we'll break down on how you can go do some of these things and what you need to do and how you need to be licensed or not licensed, or if you need to work under someone's license. So we map out all this for you, basically guide you step by step on what it is you want to get involved in and then help you get to that end goal of making some money in commissions. Check out our content courses so far. We got the general ones coming out to basically teach you how to make money in different aspects of cannabis. And then after that, we're gonna be releasing the specialized ones directly in cultivation, distribution, launching and managing a brand. Keep looking out for this. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, leave comments too about any experiences you may have or situations you've encountered or questions you may have. I'll do my best to answer them. So until next time, have a good day.